Well, it's time to take a look at the grape cuttings that we took last fall. If you'll remember, we took a cutting with 4 nodes and we made a slanting cut at the top and then a flat cut at the bottom. And then we placed them upside down in a bucket of moist peat moss. Now these have been inside in a warm area, and now we want to see what's happened. Now I'll have to admit I have cheated. I looked earlier and I think you'll be surprised with the results. Now you notice that our peat moss is still moist, and if I gently uncover this, I have a rooted grape cutting in here. And this is really, really neat. Now, I want to show you on this, if you look at the bottom, it's got a lot of tissue down here. Now this is called callus tissue, and that actually forms before the roots start to come out, and that's where the roots initiate from. Now some plants are harder to root than others, and some that are very hard have a lot of callus tissue. Now the reason that we place these upside down is to help the hormones to come up here so that we get this callus tissue on here. Well, now that we've got the roots, it's time to pot these up upright and get them to sprout. And here I've got some potting mix. I've got a mix here that's really well drained. It's got some peat, some composted bark, and some sand in it, and that mix is nice and well drained, which is good for nursery plants and for grapes and things like that. So I've filled my bucket about half full, and then I'm going to gently place my grape cutting on the top of that soil, and then I'm going to fill in around it. Now you only have to have 2 buds above the rim of the pot. This 3rd bud down here, you don't necessarily have to have it above the soil line. Now I've got that filled in now. Kind of want to firm it up. Needs a little bit more soil until we're about 1 inch from the top of the pot. And firm it up, and then what I'm going to watch is I'm going to watch these 2 buds and see when they start to break and the leaf comes out. Now they've already swelled, and so if you pot this up and put it outside, you're going to want to protect it from any hard frosts that come along, because these have been in a warm spot, so they're a little bit tender. But these should start to push and grow probably in the next week if the weather's nice. And then this summer you can plant this out in your garden or give them to a friend and help them to get started growing grapes.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.